Yes, my fans, this is your boy Bunny again coming to you with another little talk. Today I'm going to talk to you about my journey from Jamaica to the UK. But as I said, and I always said, if it is your first time on the channel, don't forget to like, share, comments, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell that you don't miss any video that goes up. So, yeah, simply, I just want to talk to you today about my journey from Jamaica to the UK. As I in this country called England, otherwise known as the UK, and I am here now for 27 years, and I have a son that born here, and he's 23 years old. So that just give you a rough idea of the time that I actually spend in the UK. So yeah, I just want to talk to you, my fans out there, about my journey from Jamaica with the pilot. Because I literally fly in the cockpit with the pilot almost half my journey. So when I said almost half my journey is just less than 8 hours. And I fly with the pilot for about 2.5 hours. So we will get there, okay? So, as I said, for me personally, in Jamaica, I apply for a visa to come to the UK. But it wasn't straightforward because I was driving a bus in Jamaica from Kingston to Bull Bay, a bus called Sweet and Dandy, owned by Mother Ramsey. Yeah, I was driving that bus. And as I said, and my experience is I went to New Kingston by the British Embassy to apply for a visa to come to the UK. And when I get there and go in with all my paperwork, I saw a gentleman and he took my documents and look at them and give me back my documents and tell me I not have enough reason to be qualified to go to the UK. I was devastated. I was really devastated. I leave with my documents and I went outside. I think I shared this story, a bit of it before. I went outside by the gate and there was a woman security at the door where I spoke to for a little bit before I go inside. And she said to me, "Did they get you?" And I said, "No." She said to me, "What happened?" I said, the gentleman just took my documents and look at it and give them back to me and tell me that's not enough reason for me to go. Anyway, the young lady turned to me, the security guard turned to me and she said to me, "Go home and come back tomorrow. But make sure you come early with the same documents that you get number 1 or number 2. So, okay. So, I live in St. Thomas. So that night I decided I wasn't going to go back to St. Thomas. So I spent the night at my sister in Kingston. And the morning I go back up to New Kingston about 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I'm trying not to be late this time. So I was there about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a long wait outside because at that time the place don't open until about 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was there, and even when I get there at that time, I still get number 2. Somebody was there before me. So I'm just showing you how these places run. If this lady never told me this, I wouldn't get there back for that period of time. I would be waiting and say, well, the place open 8 o'clock, so I'm going to get there for about 7 o'clock or something like that. But by then, you might have 20, 30, 40 people in front of you. So I went, I get there for that time, I get number 2, and we went in. The first guy called up and then go up, the man take his documents, look at it. Then my time come. When my time come and he called me up, I see somebody different. It wasn't the same person I saw, it was somebody different. So I went up to give him my documents, he looked at it, he asked me question, I answer him. Whatever he do it, and then give me my documents and tell me to go and sit down. Because I have to go to somebody else now. So if that first person that you go to don't accept you, then you won't see that the second person. So he look at it, he take my documents, look at it, put me to sit down. Then the second person called me, which is a lady. The lady called me, she go through my documents the same way. She asked me the question, them, I answer them. Boof, she stamped my documents and she gave me 3 months. She gave me 3 months in my document. I was so happy, I was so pleased. So I come outside, I saw the security guard lady again, and she said, how was it? I said, I get 3 months. And she said, you see it. Anyway, I was happy. She was blessed. But the funny thing about it, I never take this lady name. I never take her contact numbers. So when I go back to Jamaica, she wasn't there. So I never get to see this lady again. But you know something? God knows our heart. Anyway, as I said, I never leave Jamaica the same time of my 3-month visa. I spent 1 month in Jamaica before I managed to fly out because of deaths and stuff and things that happened in Jamaica before. But it happened that my time come, my brother was in court and I managed to leave Jamaica and I come away. And the greatest thing why I'm sharing this story with you, remember I fly with the pilot for 2.5 hours. First time on a airplane, I fly with the pilot. Anyway, I go to the airport, check in and everything, sit down, ready to flight come, and call in for booking for seating. Went on the plane, sit down and everything. First time. Well, it wasn't my first time because I've been to America before. Anyway, while I was traveling, coming up, I don't know why I chose to ask this question. But the lady was passing me and I said to her, excuse me, is it possible for me to have a look up where the pilot is? And she goes, somebody's there at the moment, so I will come back when they come out. Now, I never know in history that anybody allowed to go in where the pilot is while a plane is flying. This is just a question, curious question that I asked. Excuse me, can I have a look in where the pilot is? And even when she said to me she will come back to me, I never know this lady will come back to me. It's just a question I asked out of the blue. And while I was sitting there, the lady come back to me and she said to me, you can come now. I was so shocked. So she took me and she carried me up there. There was a curtain. She moved the curtain and I step in. When I go into the captain, it was 3 seats in there. You had 1 seat to the right, 1 seat to the left, and 1 in the middle. But the middle seat come back a little bit from the other 2 seats. And I sit down and I say hello. And these 2 men, they was very nice and very friendly. And we start to have a proper conversation, and I start to ask Christian, because I'm one of these young men that very, very interested in knowing what is going on. And when I look at the dashboard of this plane, it's like this was nothing compared to in a car, because I drive. And when I see all these clocks and computers, screens and things is moving, and I start to ask Christian, and the pilot, he just started to tell me things. He just started to tell me things, what this gauge do, what that gauge do, what's the overhead one do, what's that do, what's that do. And I was amazed to see what in a plane looked like. So we carry on and 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 talking. And then when I look outside, you couldn't see nothing. Outside was pitch black, dark like midnight. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you see where you're going? And he showed me a compass and with a little needle. And that compass, that what take them, direct them, the compass, that's what steer them. And I started to ask him about the petrol. And he started telling me that they have 4 tanks and they have to use them tank by tanks. And I was amazed. I was amazed at the conversation. I was just asking Krista like a spoiled child. But the next thing I saw was a glaze of sun was coming up. And when I look out, you could see the sun start to come up and it start to get bright and brighter and brighter and brighter. You can see the sun was coming up. You start to see light. And then they said to me, we're getting close, so you have to go down. And they call the lady, and the lady come back up. I don't even can't remember if it was the same lady, but they come back up and take me back to my seat. And I'm telling you, my friends, my fans, my subscribers, this is one of the best experience I ever have. Flying with the pilot for 2.5 hours from Jamaica to the UK. If you ever have an experience like that, or you know of anybody that have an experience like that, put that in the comments and let me know. Because to me, that was one blessing for me. That was one wonderful, beautiful experience for me. So hear my story, how I fly with the pilot from Jamaica to the UK. This is your boy Bunny. This is my story. I hope you like it. I hope you share it, comments, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Wait for the next story. This is the boy Bunny. I'm in and I'm out. Bless. I'm out.